Hey everyone, today we're going to gear up for an adventure right here in the beautiful woods of Michigan. We're heading out on a treasure hunt for one of the state's most delicious and, honestly, most sought-after prizes, the morel mushroom.
That's right, you heard it. While the season definitely has some wiggle room, May is pretty much the magic month. It's when Michigan's forests just come alive with these amazing little fungi, and for a lot of us, it marks the official start of the hunt.
So to get you ready, here's what we're going to cover. We'll talk about why morels are such a huge deal, the absolute best time and place to find them, the official rules of the hunt, and, most importantly, how to do it all safely.
So, what is the big deal with these funny-looking mushrooms? I mean, it's not just their incredible flavor. There's a really key reason they're a forager's favorite, especially if you're just starting out. What makes them so great for beginners is, well, just look at them. With that unique, kind of honeycomb-like cap and a stem that's completely hollow from top to bottom, morels are one of the most recognizable mushrooms out there. This makes them a fantastic and a relatively safe way to get into the world of foraging.
All right, so I bet you're convinced, but when exactly should you head out? With morels, timing can literally be the difference between a full basket and coming home with nothing. So let's break down the season.
Okay, so the official window runs from about late April to mid-June, but you gotta remember, this can shift. Morels down in southern Michigan might pop up way earlier than the ones up in the UP. Your real guide here isn't just the calendar, it's the weather.
And believe me, the stakes are high. The ideal conditions, warm days, some good spring rain, moist soil, that can lead to a huge harvest. But a cold, dry spring, that can mean the whole season is a bust. Honestly, your best tool is just going to be the weather forecast.
So we know when to look. Now for the million-dollar question. Where do we look? Morels don't just grow anywhere. They've got, let's just say, very specific tastes in real estate.
Listen up, because according to Michigan's Department of Natural Resources, the DNR, your gold mines are going to be large, recent burn sites. It's fascinating. There's this connection between forest fires and new life, and morels absolutely thrive in these spots. So you're going to want to focus on areas that used to have jack, white, or red pines.
And here it is. This is your secret weapon. The DNR actually provides the minerals map, and it's this interactive tool that shows you the exact locations of recent, large burn sites, all on public land. It seriously takes a ton of the guesswork out of finding a good starting point. Okay, you found a promising spot. It looks perfect. But before you start picking, you really need to know the rules. Foraging on public land comes with some super important guidelines.
This one right here is the #1 rule. It is a biggie. If you find morels in a state park or a state forest, they are for you, your family, your friends, for you to enjoy. You absolutely cannot sell them commercially. This makes sure the harvest is sustainable and, fair for everyone.
So the rule for public land, generally, is that you can harvest the fruits of a plant, so things like mushrooms, nuts, and berries. But taking whole plants or trying to tap maple trees, that's typically restricted to private property, and only if you have permission. Okay, so we've covered the why, the when, the where, and what's legal. Now let's just wrap this all up by focusing on how to make your first hunt, and really every hunt, a safe and successful one. It's such an exciting idea, isn't it? You get the thrill of the hunt, you're connecting with nature, and you get a delicious meal at the end of it all. So before you grab your basket, let's just run through one final checklist to bring it all together. Think of this as your forager's code of conduct. First, time your hunt with the right season and the right weather. Second, use those fantastic DNR resources to find your spots. Third, and this one is absolutely non-negotiable, you have to be 100% certain you've correctly identified a morel. When in doubt, leave it out. And finally, always respect the rules of public land.
The forests of Michigan are just full of treasures waiting to be discovered. Armed with this knowledge, you're totally ready to start your own journey. The question isn't just if you'll find morels, but what else you might discover about the outdoors along the way. Happy hunting!